I fought with Nocturia so profoundly that it altered my entire existence. Something unexpected happened when I ate this stuff before bedtime, and it helped me sleep pleasantly until morning. After conducting some study, learning from doctors, and making a minor adjustment, I discovered relief. It wasn't a medicine or an expensive treatment, but rather a minor change in my diet. I began eating a specific food right before bedtime, and within a few weeks, my evenings were more calm, my mornings were brighter, and my grin had returned. Today, I'd want to share that secret with you. It's a basic tip that may surprise you, but it's supported by both science and practical experience. Doctors are astounded by the efficacy of this one-night-only treatment, and I believe it will provide you with the same level of comfort. Before we begin, I'd like to know where you're watching the video and what time of day it is. Please share your ideas in the comments section. And if you love this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any future messages aimed to make your night a little more relaxing. The unknown risks of frequent nighttime urination. As we age, one of the lesser-known changes in our bodies includes a hormone called vasopressin. This hormone generally helps the kidneys slow down urine production at night, allowing us to sleep for extended periods of time uninterrupted. When vasopressin levels fall with age, the kidneys continue to filter at the same rate, filling the bladder even when the body desperately requires rest. Consider your body to be a factory that never turns off its night mode. It continues to produce, forcing you to respond. Many elders in America and India silently accept this as normal aging, although it is not a permanent condition. Simple knowledge and modifications can alleviate the load. Another aspect is bladder sensitivity. In its younger years, the bladder could comfortably contain about 16 ounces of fluid, which is roughly the size of a tall glass of water. However, as we become older, our nerves grow more reactive. Now, even 5 or 6 ounces, less than half a glass, can send an urgent signal to the brain. This implies you could be jolted awake even if your bladder is slightly full. One gentleman in Florida stated that he was ashamed at first and thought something was wrong with him. But when he realized it was only heightened sensitivity, he felt better and started taking actions to alleviate the situation. The kidneys expand at a slower rate as they age. Consider an outdated water filter that is no longer as efficient. It still gets the job done, but it takes longer and strains more at night. This irregular pattern keeps the bladder busy while you try to rest. Then, there's the underlying emotional toll. Repeated awakenings cause restless evenings, worrisome thoughts, and shorter sleep cycles. Fatigue strengthens memory, weakens it, and makes mood unstable. However, there is good news. You are not powerless. Understanding these natural changes and adopting minor changes to your diet, nightly routines, and fluid scheduling will allow you to recapture quieter evenings and brighter mornings. The miraculous meal that sustains. Quiet nights. For years, doctors looked for intricate solutions to nighttime urination. However, sometimes the easiest option was already on the table. Cherries, particularly tart. Cherries are a silent treasure for elderly folks who suffer from insomnia. Eat these tonight and you may discover that your bladder remains quieter, your sleep lasts longer, and your mornings feel lighter. Cherries are neither unusual nor difficult to find. For generations, they have been a staple in American and Indian cuisines, whether in pies, drinks, or fresh from the market. And now, science validates what tradition has long suggested. Cherries can gently help restore balance to your nights. The explanation is their natural chemistry. Cherries are one of the few foods that naturally contain melatonin, a hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. This natural form of melatonin gives support without negative effects for seniors, who frequently manufacture less of it as they age. Cherries also contain magnesium, a relaxing mineral that helps to calm the muscles surrounding the bladder and prevent false alarms. Cherries also contain tryptophan, an amino acid that aids in the production of serotonin and melatonin, paving the way for deeper sleep. Even their deep red color is significant. It is derived from anthocyanins, antioxidants that reduce inflammation and improve circulation. For an aging body, these substances operate as a gentle team to protect, soothe, and guide the body into sleep. In America, many elderly have already tried this behavior. Imagine a couple in Texas finishing supper on their patio as the sky turns orange. They share a tiny dish of fresh cherries as a pleasant finish to their dinner. At first, they questioned whether such a basic fruit could make a difference. However, within 2 weeks, they found themselves waking up less frequently at night and enjoying mornings that were active enough for gardening or walking the dog. What once felt like a weight of aging became an issue they could solve by following a nightly regimen. In India, cherries are commonly consumed dried or juiced, particularly in cities such as Mumbai and the cold highlands of Himachal, where they grow naturally. Elders recall being served a few cherries in the evening during festivals or family gatherings, unaware that they were protecting their sleep. A grandmother in Kerala said that sipping a little glass of sour cherry juice after supper allowed her to sleep until morning, free of the dark stroll to the lavatory. These traditions, however informal, contained insights that contemporary science is only now validating. To make cherries work for you, timing and moderation are important. A modest serving of fresh cherries, half a cup of dried cherries, or a 4-ounce glass of tart cherry juice about an hour before bedtime is the ideal option. Too much fruit can irritate digestion, but the perfect quantity soothes the body without straining. In the United States, serve it with fish and vegetables, but in India, it goes well with chapati and dal. Avoid heavy or acidic foods late at night, as these can disrupt the impact. With time, this will become more than just a treatment. It becomes a ritual, a gentle reminder to the mind and body that it is time to relax. So, dear buddy, understand that cherries are more than just a tasty snack. They are nature's gentle medicine, reviving what time has taken away. You are not powerless over sleepless nights. Every evening, you choose cherries and calm. Every morning, you wake up invigorated, proving that restful sleep is still possible. Common evening blunders that disrupt your sleep. Drinking too much water after 7 p.m. is one of the most commonly overlooked blunders. Many elderly folks believe that staying hydrated late into the night is beneficial to their kidney health. But the truth is that extra fluid so close to bedtime causes the bladder to go into overdrive. Consider filling a bucket right before attempting to sleep. The pressure increases swiftly, forcing you to wake. A senior in Chicago once told me that cutting back on late water and switching most of his drinking to the morning allowed him 3 extra hours of uninterrupted sleep. Small modifications in time might provide great relief. Another common practice is to go to the bathroom just in case. It makes sense to empty one's bladder before going to bed. However, when done without a true urge, the bladder's nerves receive a false message. Over time, the body learns to feel full, even when just a modest amount is present. A woman in Mumbai explained how she went every night at 9 p.m., whether she felt like it or not. By adopting a habit of waiting for true signs, she retrained her bladder to remain calm, and her nights became more peaceful. Late-night cocktails can also be hidden culprits. A warm cup of tea, coffee, or milk can be very comfortable. However, they all increase liquid volume at the worst conceivable time. Caffeine in tea and coffee serves as a moderate diuretic, causing the kidneys to generate more urine. Even milk, while relaxing, raises bladder burden if consumed too soon to bedtime. A couple in Texas said that moving their nightly tea to the afternoon resulted in fewer wake-ups and more relaxed mornings. The final mistake concerns watery fruits and vegetables consumed after dark. Watermelon slices, cucumber salads, and even bowls of soup appear light and nutritious, yet they quietly add fluid to the system. This late increase can disrupt sleep for people with aging kidneys and sensitive bladders. One grandfather in Delhi described how his midnight cucumber snack kept him awake twice a night. When he changed that habit to noon, his nights became more serene. The message is plain. These are not evidence of weakness or failure, but rather natural messages from the body requesting better timing. By changing fluids early, obeying actual needs rather than imagined ones, and selecting evening foods carefully, you allow your body to relax. Rest brings energy clarity and a subtle reminder that you still have control over your health. Other foods that promote deep sleep and prevent nighttime urination. When we consider soothing the body for sleep, we frequently turn to medication or supplements. Nature, on the other hand, quietly provides a diverse selection of nutrients that can soothe the bladder, promote muscle relaxation, and lead to a better night's sleep. These foods are familiar, easy to find, and, when used correctly, they provide a foundation of peace for both the body and the mind. Nuts are an excellent place to start. Selenium, a trace mineral found in Brazil nuts, helps regulate thyroid and immunological function, so indirectly increasing sleep quality. Pecans are high in healthful fats and antioxidants, which reduce inflammation that can irritate the bladder. Pine nuts, which are frequently added to salads or rice dishes, contain magnesium, which relaxes muscles and calms restless desires. Chestnuts, which are low in fat but high in fiber, encourage stable digestion, preventing the stomach from pressing against the bladder at night. A man in Ohio described how a modest handful of nuts after dinner gave him a sense of warmth and happiness. And within weeks, his nightly potty excursions had decreased. Fruits also perform a subtle but significant impact. Bananas contain potassium and magnesium, which are both known to relax smooth muscles and regulate bladder spasms. Papaya includes papain, an enzyme that aids digestion and prevents bloating, which can interrupt sleep. Pears include natural fiber and sorbitol, which assists the bowels stay regular and relieve pressure on the bladder. Guava, a popular fruit in India, contains vitamin C but lacks the intense acidity of citrus, making it mild on sensitive systems. In New Jersey, one grandma began eating a banana with a dollop of peanut butter every evening, and she noticed that her evenings were becoming quieter and her mornings brighter. Vegetables, which are high in magnesium and collagen-boosting chemicals, are also vital. Spinach, kale, and zucchini all contain magnesium, which functions as nature's muscle relaxant. They help to keep the bladder calm and minimize overnight signals to the brain. Vegetables like bell peppers and carrots include vitamin C and antioxidants, which protect collagen in the bladder lining, keeping it robust and less reactive. In Kerala, elderly frequently eat lightly sautéed spinach or pumpkin in the evening, a long-standing ritual that promotes digestion and slumber. These basic vegetables simmer gradually and are served warm, providing comfort that extends far beyond nourishment. Finally, with appropriate selection, dairy can provide overnight comfort. Ricotta cheese is high in protein, which contains amino acids that aid in tissue repair and blood sugar regulation throughout the night. Greek yogurt provides bacteria for digestive health, calcium for muscular relaxation, and protein for sustained energy release. Both, when consumed in moderation, can help to minimize hunger and sugar dips that can wake us up at night. A retired teacher in California mentioned that she drinks a half cup of Greek yogurt with honey after dinner and has seen fewer awakenings and a calmer stomach. In India, elders frequently consume a spoonful of fresh paneer or yogurt after their evening meal, which leaves them feeling light but pleased. The lesson is simple but profound. By consuming these foods, such as nuts, fruits, veggies, and dairy, you provide your body with natural tools for bladder control and sleep. Each choice is a modest step, but when combined, they form a route to restful nights and energetic mornings. Your age may bring changes, but your choices retain strength. With each evening meal, you have the ability to assist your relaxation. Practical tips for daily routine. One of the most effective strategies to prevent overnight urination starts with how you drink your water in the morning. As we age, our kidneys slow down, and our bladders become more sensitive, making fluid timing even more crucial. Starting the day with consistent hydration ensures that the body absorbs the necessary amount of water without overflowing the bladder later in the evening. Try drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up, and then continue in little amounts throughout the morning and early afternoon. A senior in Michigan explained that moving her main water intake to before 3 p.m. allowed her to sleep uninterrupted for 5 hours, something she hadn't done in years. Evening meals require considerable consideration. A big dinner late at night might put strain on digestion and cause excess fluid buildup. Salty meals, such as pickles or fried snacks, enhance thirst and often result in higher water consumption shortly before bedtime. Soups and watery curries, while pleasant, contain excess liquid that might subtly bother the bladder. A light supper finished by 7 p.m. permits the body to process before falling asleep. In Delhi, one family assisted their grandfather by moving dinner earlier and reducing spicy broth at night. Within 2 weeks, he reported waking only once rather than 3 times. These changes are intended to provide the body with a rhythm that feels natural and helpful, rather than to constrain it. Finally, the rituals before bedtime have a strong influence on how deeply we sleep. Gentle evening routines indicate to the brain and bladder that it is time to relax. A gentle walk around the neighborhood, shutting off the TV an hour before bedtime, or listening to soothing music can all help the body relax. Some elders prefer reading a few chapters from a beloved book, while others relax with breathing exercises or gentle stretching. A grandmother in California explained how 5 minutes of silent breathing by her window, followed by a little foot massage with heated oil, converted her nights into a relaxing habit. These are brief moments, but they remind us that relaxation is not forced. Rather, it is invited. By combining morning hydration, balanced evening meals, and relaxing nighttime rituals, you may establish a daily rhythm that meets your body's shifting needs. These measures are basic, practical, and easily achievable, but when combined, they provide a formidable barrier against sleepless nights. In the United States, an elderly couple from Texas learned that a simple alteration may improve their nights. For years, they had accepted waking up 3 or 4 times to use the restroom as a normal part of becoming older. The wife frequently joked that her husband's footsteps on the hallway carpet sounded like a second clock striking the hour. But the exhaustion in the mornings, the short temper, and the fear of falling throughout the night were far from amusing. Their doctor advised them to change their regimen by minimizing evening fluids and adding a bowl of cherries after supper. Within 2 weeks, the spouse observed he was only waking up once or twice, if at all. His wife, who had been equally worried, discovered that her mornings felt lighter and she had more energy to manage her flowers. They discovered that age had not entirely taken away their rest. It simply took a slower rhythm and thoughtful behaviors to restore it. For more than 10 years, a widower grandpa from Kerala in India bore the quiet sorrow of interrupted nights. He ate dinner late, often around 9 p.m., and then had a relaxing cup of tea before falling asleep. Though the process soothed him, the end result was 2 or 3 bathroom trips per night and a hazy mind the next day. His granddaughter, who studies nutrition in Mumbai, persuaded him to eat dinner earlier, drink less tea after sunset, and eat a little piece of papaya before bedtime. Initially, he questioned if such minor changes could have an impact. However, after 2 weeks, he saw something astonishing. He slept for nearly 6 hours without waking up, and his mornings seemed normal again. He characterized it as a return to dignity, no longer trudging across the dark hallway, afraid of falling. These adjustments required no medication or expense, only faith in his body's natural rhythm. His story has since spread throughout the community, prompting others to hope that tranquil nights are still possible. Together, these stories demonstrate that nighttime urinating is not an unbreakable fate. With awareness, patience, and little but persistent steps, the body can regain its calm rhythm. That rhythm brings hope, freedom, and the gift of rest restored. For many older folks, the stress of waking up numerous times at night to urinate extends far beyond physical discomfort. There's the silent dread of walking down a dark hallway, the fear of falling, and the aggravation of interrupted sleep. Some elders describe feeling humiliated, as if their bodies were betraying them, despite the fact that these changes are normal for age. A retired farmer in Kansas reportedly stated that he kept his troubles hidden because he did not want his children to perceive him as weak. This quiet weight frequently weighs more than the condition itself, robbing confidence and peace of mind. Family awareness is critical in reducing this invisible burden. When children and grandkids respond with kindness and encouragement rather than judgment, the strain eases. Simple activities, such as encouraging an older to take more water in the morning or altering mealtime, can help them feel supported. In Mumbai, one granddaughter began joining her grandfather for an early evening walk, transforming what had previously felt like a lonely task into a shared routine. In California, a son researched bedtime relaxation techniques and led his mother through breathing exercises every evening. These modest actions let them know they weren't alone and that love was stronger than embarrassment. Beyond family, forming a community around similar experiences provides significant consolation. In the United States, senior centers and internet forums provide a safe area for older persons to discuss their nocturnal issues without feeling ashamed. Hearing others voice similar worries helps to normalize the experience and minimizes feelings of isolation. In India, local organizations and wellness channels on social media offer advice based on both tradition and current science, demonstrating that remedies are both viable and accessible. A grandmother in Delhi explained how joining an online senior group changed her nights, not just because of the guidance, but also because she no longer felt alone in her battle. These emotional and social dimensions serve as a reminder that health is more than just the physical body. It is also about connection, understanding, and compassion. Older persons can transition from quiet pain to shared strength by breaking the silence, inviting family support, and fostering community. And with that shift, optimism returns, telling them that peaceful nights and brighter beginnings are still within reach. Growing older does not imply losing control over your health or daily comfort. Many seniors secretly feel that numerous bathroom trips, sleepless nights, and tired mornings are unavoidable. However, even in its advanced years, the body continues to respond to care and attention. Just like a garden grows when watered and cared for, so can your health if you follow the appropriate routines. A grandfather in Ohio reportedly stated that he assumed age meant constant decline, but with a few easy tweaks, he discovered his body could still function. This awareness sends a powerful message. You still have control over your own well-being. Consistency is the link between tiny modifications and long-term results. One night of improved choices may provide temporary respite, but lasting transformation requires consistent repetition. Shifting water intake earlier, eating sleep-friendly foods like cherries or bananas, and performing relaxing evening rituals work best when they become a daily habit. Although progress may appear modest at first, the benefits gradually accumulate over weeks and months. A grandma from Chennai explained how her patience paid off. After 6 months of consistent behavior, she was sleeping through most nights. Her story teaches us a valuable lesson. Longevity and change leads to longevity and comfort. Finally, a simple invitation to optimism. Peaceful sleep is not a pipe dream or a gift only for the young. It is still within reach, waiting in the decisions you make now, tomorrow, and every evening thereafter. Each decision, whether to drink water in the morning, eat a lighter dinner, or pause for deep breathing before bed, puts you closer to peaceful nights and brighter mornings. Keep this hope close, because it is the quiet truth that your body still remembers how to relax and, with care, will respond. Throughout our journey, we've seen how tiny, careful modifications can provide significant relief from nighttime urination. From drinking more water earlier in the day to eating calming foods like cherries and bananas to developing quiet nighttime routines, each step helps to restore equilibrium. These options not only relieve bladder discomfort, but also protect energy, enhance memory, and boost the mood each morning. The message for seniors in both America and India is the same. Your nights don't have to be governed by broken sleep. So, let me end with a heartfelt blessing for you. May your evenings be peaceful and your mornings be full of brightness. May you go to bed without concern, free of the terror of endless awakenings, and wake up with clarity and delight. Age does not deprive you of the gift of relaxation, and each morning serves as a reminder that your body may still mend. Before we conclude, I'd like to hear from you. Where are you seeing this video? And which aspect of today's message moved you the most? Please share your story in the comments section. If you find even one useful concept, remember to like, subscribe to this channel, and touch the bell symbol to never miss another gentle tip designed just for you. Most importantly, share this movie with a friend, neighbor, or loved one who has trouble sleeping at night. By passing on this knowledge, you may provide them with the same benefit: undisturbed sleep, brighter mornings, and the quiet comfort of knowing they are not alone. Together, we can build a community of hope and healing, one night at a time.